My story is entitled Romeo Bryant Falls in Love with Juliet Jackson, the last person they ever expected to in life. One Friday, which was a day most Christians and other people show love among themselves. It was a day that one may ponder and ask the question in the psychological literature why people fall in love within the community. It was this day that Romeo Bryant fell in love with Juliet Jackson. It is noted that romantic love occurs when the attributes that generate general attraction and social factors with circumstances that produce passion are particularly strong. Among some of the reasons as to why Romeo Bryant fell in love with Juliet Jackson includes among the following. There is a similarity, propinquity, desirable characteristics, and the reciprocal liking. The similarity includes people beliefs, and some extent similarity of personality traits and other ways of thinking. Again, the propinquity includes familiarity with the other, which can be caused by spending time together, living near each other, thinking about the other, or anticipating interaction with the other. There are also desirable characteristics. This includes the general attraction attribute, which is particularly focused on an outer physical appearance that is found desirable, and to some lesser extent on some desirable personality traits. There is the reciprocal liking. This is where the other person is attracted to you or likes you that can always increase your own liking. Other reasons as to why Romeo Bryant fell in love with Juliet Jackson was due to the aspect of male selection. Again, there is the aspect of social influence. This is where a potential union that satisfies general social norms as well as the acceptance of the potential union within one's social network love each other. This can result in people falling in love, as in the scenario of Romeo Bryant falling in love with Juliet Jackson. Likewise, as by contrast, a union that does not easily satisfy general social norms, or is not accepted by one social network, cannot result in people falling in love. Other instances includes filling needs, where a person can fulfill needs for companionship, love, sex, or mating. There is a greater chance that the other person will fall in love with him or her. Again, the aspect of filling needs such as love, sex, and companionship was the ultimate reason as to why Romeo Bryant fell in love with Juliet Jackson. Also, other 5 factors seem to be required for love to be truly passionate as opposed to being a kind of friendship love. There is the aspect of arousal and some sort of unusualness. Also, being in an unusual or some sort of arousing environment can spark passion, when the environment is perceived as dangerous or spooky. Again, there are other specific cues. A particular feature of the other may spark particularly some strong attraction, including parts of their body or facial features. Also, there is readiness, which includes the more you want to be in a relationship, the lower your self-esteem, the more likely you are to fall in love. Other aspect is the idea of isolation, which includes spending time alone with another person, can also contribute to a development of passion. Again, there is some mystery surrounding the other person, and the uncertainty about what the other person thinks or feels, wondering when he or she will initiate contact, and can also contribute to passion within the community. It is noted that both Romeo Bryant and Juliet Jackson had their experiences of falling in love. The researchers found that the most frequently mentioned factor preceding experiences of love was finding certain characteristics of the other person desirable, as well as reciprocity of the experienced emotions. There is the moderate frequency of descriptions mentioning the factors that spark passion, such as readiness, arousal, and unusualness. There is some sort of low to moderate frequency of descriptions of the other person being perceived as similar to the research participant. With the self-expansion model, we have the greatest propensity to fall in love when we perceive the other person as a way for us to undergo rapid self-expansion. The obsessive component of new love makes it similar to obsessive-compulsive disorder. The several of the passion-generating factors, including arousal, unusualness, readiness, and some sort of mystery, correlates both with the propensity to fall in love and with increased anxiety. In the case of Romeo Bryant and Juliet Jackson, it was argued that Dutton and Aaron feeling increased levels of adrenaline, which is sometimes mistaken for a feeling of being in love with a person. Also, Dutton and Aaron found out that more men fell in love with an attractive female interviewer when she asked them questions in anxiety-provoking situations. There are predictions of the onset of romantic love. Meeting someone in an anxiety-provoking situation can cause us to fall in love with that person. Other interesting feature of love is that a felt proximity to a new lover creates higher levels of reward, as observed in the case of Romeo Bryant and Juliet Jackson, that can lead to cravings. Again, when in love, the imagined or actual presence of the beloved is rewarding and motivating. With the self-expansion model, it is predicted that the similarity and propinquity factors should have a paradoxical effect in initial stages of falling in love, but should have all a more significant influence on the duration of love. The main reason is that familiarity and similarity makes it less likely that the other person will constitute an expression of love once you include him or her in your life. During later stages of love relationship, these same factors correlate with higher levels of attachment. There is an increase during the phase of love relationship that fosters pair bonding and attachment. A loving relationship also stands the test of time. Romeo Bryant falls in love with Juliet Jackson, a soulmate, and since they were obsessed, they found their relationship romantic. Love is something that can be measured over time, and it lasts. Love is hard work and seeks an investment of effort. Finally, I will like to argue that what produces success in life also produces success in love, as observed in the scenario of Romeo Bryant falling in love with the last person he ever expected, that was Juliet Jackson.